It's tiring, lots of hard work.
That support from your team helps improve you as a wrestler.
Unity in FFA means working as a team. When we raise animals, you never do something alone. I can't shear a sheep all on my own, so I need help.
For me, PGFFA is like my family.
Forming these bonds with these people and coming together is something that's really special to me, especially when I've been here since my 8th grade year.
You can always count on the other people in Yearbook to help you out and get the photos or interviews.
It's very important, an idea that you have other ideas.
A lot of it involved some communication.
I can use my team as support.
Unity is coming together.
Unity is hard work.
Unity is happiness.
Unity is teamwork.
Coming together.
Community.
Collaboration.
Unity is PGHS.
Unity is PGHS.
Unity is PGHS.
Unity is PGHS.
Happy New Year and welcome back, PG.
We're excited for a new PGTV season. Today we're going to begin with a few announcements, followed by some segments that illustrate the unity in our campus.
First, seniors, make sure to order your caps and gowns for graduation before January 31st.
After that, the prices will go from $28 to $45 on February 1st. Be sure to check your Synergy for directions.
The directions for ordering are on pghs.net in the bulletin and have also been emailed to you on Synergy. Email Mr. Platt if you have any questions.
Hey Eagles, have you purchased your yearbooks yet? Prices go up after January 31st. You can buy yours on the PGHS web store or on jostens.com for $90. Get yours now before prices increase.
Now, let's begin with a look into what makes a unified yearbook.
After that, we'll see what the English teachers have to say about the high school portfolio. Enjoy the broadcast.
My name is Jake Spitzer.
My name is Satakshi.
My name is Amber Sosa.
I enjoy going out and taking pictures of events and then getting to choose which ones to use.
We decide what the yearbook looks like over the summer. We have a workshop and we all get together and we all get to personalize our own themes.
I act primarily as a facilitator, and I tell them what is a theme for a yearbook, so every yearbook has a theme, and then I kind of guide them in choosing.
I'd already been part of yearbook once before in 8th grade. I just wanted to do it again because I found it to be really fun.
We decide what shows up in the yearbook is what's happening on campus, what are some major events, what are some small events, and we try to include everything that has happened throughout the year in a small book.
This year we have a class of 14 students, and there are events happening every single day on campus, and so they do a lot of behind-the-scenes communication on who's going, who's going to cover what event, who's got a camera, who are we passing off to, so that way they can make sure everything is covered for the yearbook.
We collaborate by each other by basically like we have rows in there, so if somebody needs help, we're like, hey, can you help me? We just shout each other's name across the room and ask for help, and basically, yeah, we just talk a lot. Communication is a very important factor while making the yearbook because we don't want the pages just looking different. We want it to be similar throughout the book.
I try and let them take the class wherever they want to take it. So my favorite thing to see is they start with not knowing how to use a camera, not knowing how to approach a design program, and even some not knowing how to use a computer really beyond the essays that they've typed for their English class. And then by the end of the year, not only have they developed those photography skills, the design skills, they've also developed communication skills. So it started off as just a, sure, I'll do it, and now it's become a place for me to also be creative and have kind of a different structured class compared to my Spanish classes.
There are two main sections, the reflective part and then the research part. The first 2/3 of the essay are a reflection on how you fit the Elk Grove Unified School District grad profile in 6 criteria.
So part of the reflective research essay is students getting the opportunity to put together an analysis of their own skill set. The ultimate goal is that no one reaches the end of high school without actively having taken a look at their skill set and making a plan based on it. The problem used to be that students were just sort of kicked out into the world going, okay, you figure it out from here, without being given the opportunity for a guided reflection.
Why would it not be important to think about the future? I think one of the scariest things for seniors in particular is what happens next.
One of the reasons why it's important for students to think about what their future plans are, it's to avoid the problem of just kind of reaching the end of high school and getting cast adrift without any real plan for the next move.
So as far as the best works or having the final resume or the summative letters, it's demonstrating your ability to take what you've learned, go beyond it, and have something to show for it. Start early.
So one of the key elements to effective time management for the essay has to do with following a structure that a lot of the English 12 teachers are following, which is essentially breaking down the essay into its component parts.
It's really important to work on it a little bit every day to make sure that you don't fall behind. For many students, this will be the longest essay they've ever written.
It's an opportunity for the project to be broken down into smaller and more manageable chunks. The problems have really come in the past where students have attempted to write the entire thing the night before it's due, which tends to not go well.
So if you plan on writing it the night before, you're going to be hustling.
I want to see enthusiasm. This is your chance to show what you've done over the past 4 years. So I want to see a little bit of that passion that can be actually shown on the presentation. This is your moment. So tell me what I can expect of you in the future. Get excited about it.
I want to see students thinking, reflecting deeply about their experience of the last 4 years and writing about how they have grown and the skills and qualities that they've developed and make it personal. Make sure that you are writing about yourself.
As far as the essay goes, the content that I enjoy seeing the most are elements that students are proud of, but there's also plenty of opportunities for students to show off what's best in themselves. We're looking for that.
Whoa, I had no idea how much creativity and teamwork goes into making the yearbook. They put a lot of effort into making the yearbooks worth every penny.
And remember, if you want a senior recognition ad in the yearbook, make sure to complete the form on jostens.com before January 31st. This is the last day the yearbook staff can accept senior ads before they send them off to print.
Now let's catch up with IDEA and FFA, followed by some words from the K-pop club. Let's take a look.
Joining an academy gives us a chance to work together as a community and learn in an environment where everybody has one common goal: to learn and experience a pathway centered to our future careers. In the Biomedical Academy, we learn more about the healthcare industry and take classes that provide hands-on experience, allows us to tackle the same problems as medical professionals in large group settings, and gives us experience and access to tools used at the professional level.
Working with others in biomed, it's pretty good because most of the things that we do are as a joint collective, so a lot of it is group work, and there's a lot of meetings and monthly things that we do, so we're together a lot of the time too.
In the Innovative Design and Engineering Academy, or IDEA, we work with the state-of-the-art computer, engineering, and construction labs, communicate within groups and projects with a focus on leadership and teamwork, and are provided with multitude of core classes with fellow IDEA students.
Well, it's pretty fun. I like the idea that I'm able to help where I can and, listen, follow orders. And I'm not really much of a leader per se, but if you need me to do something, I'm able to do it quite well.
Works pretty good. Just having people around to make sure you don't hammer your thumb or, stab a hole through your hand is very useful, and, when you forget how to use computers, stuff like that.
Here in the Digital Media Academy, we work hard to learn skills that will prepare us for the arts, media, and entertainment industries in our animation and video production classes. Our production teams work together in order to come together and create packages that are arranged into what you see now, PGTV.
Well, it is quite fun if you know who you're working with, but kind of working with strangers is kind of hard at first, but once you warm up to them, it's quite fun and it's enjoyable.
May has taught me that no matter who you are, you can really do anything you want to. Like, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. And also that filmmaking is fun, that too, but also keep your friendships that you made for high school because they might help in the future.
I would say that being an IDEA is a really great experience. For me, I joined my freshman year, so I've had a lot of time to get acquainted with the electrical, programming, and mechanical, all different aspects of engineering, and I think that it's really prepared me for college.
Being an idea is a really unique experience. I think you learn a lot of practical life skills that can help you as an adult and as a teenager. And even if you don't plan to go into the engineering field as a career, it's still something that can bring you a lot of joy in life.
Yeah, I've made a lot of new friends because since I'm an idea, all of my classes, I have a lot of classes with them. So I'm around them a lot and they're really cool people.
I feel like that group is very tight-knit, so all of us know each other, so it's a great way to meet new people and new experiences.
Most of the friends that I have right now are in the academy, but yeah, I have made some friends through classes.
What we do is we learn how to use the softwares that they use in the industry, like AutoCAD and Inventor. And what we do in this class is our teacher teaches us how to use these softwares, like the different tools that they have. And also he teaches us how to use different ways to build items.
It is mostly individual, but you are able to help each other out if you're stuck on a drawing and stuff like that. So yeah, there is a group aspect.
Sometimes it could be individual orientated, but most times it's group orientated because you need to work together to get through your drawing.
When designing is more of an individual thing, but when you're assembling a part, the parts together, when you cut it out, I think it's more of a group thing.
Some of the field work that I want to go into is more technology related. So IDEA really explored this field that I looked into.
With IDEAs, we're such a big academy, so making sure that everyone has that access to meet and intermingle with others.
Currently in FFA, we're getting ready to welcome the pigs for fair. They're going to be coming here in the end of January, and then after that there's going to be lambs and goats.
I got my steer in the middle of September, and basically I have to work with him for about an hour a day, feed him morning and night. I have to halter break him, so walk him around on a lead rope, tie him up, brush him, and just give him baths, spray him off with a hose.
Currently also speaking competitions are happening. We have sectionals coming up on January 17th, and students will be going to compete who passed local competitions.
Preparing for fair involves teamwork, which is the unity aspect of that. We have shifts where students will be working together to clean up the areas and taking care of the animals to make sure that they're all ready, fit, and healthy for fair.
When I come to class, I get to talk about animals with all my friends, how my steer's doing and how their animals are doing.
Being in the same species as other people promotes friendship because we get to work together with our animals and apart.
And not just with animals, there's also the aspect of conferences and going on trips, as well as just the classes. Even if you're not going on trips or raising animals, you can still meet friends and end up having great relationships and bonds with them.
KPDC, which stands for K-pop Dance Club. It's really just dancing, it's K-pop choreography, making new friends and people who share the same interests in K-pop. We usually meet on Thursdays after school, around 4-ish. I really like performing in front of an audience. It just makes it so much fun, and then also making new friends as well is really nice.
Nice showcases, everyone. It's good to see the different academies and clubs getting a chance to show off.
Speaking of showing off, coming up we have a short documentary of PG Wrestling, the soccer teams, and Sole Purpose.
Each and every one of them getting a chance to show us what they're made of. Enjoy!
Dear Lord, in the battles that we go through in life.
Dear Lord, in the battles that we go through in life.
We ask for a map that's fair.
We ask for a map that's fair.
The courage to do or dare.
The courage to do or dare.
If we should win,
if we should win, let it be by the code.
With faith and honor held high.
With faith and honor held high.
If we should lose,
if we should lose,
we'll stand by the road.
We'll stand by the road.
And cheer as minutes go by.
And cheer as minutes go by.
But day by day.
But day by day. We get better and better.
A team that can't get beat.
A team that can't get beat.
Won't be beat.
Won't be beat. Eagles on me! Eagles on 3! 1, 2, 3! Eagles!
The feeling before a match is probably the most scary and enduring nervousness you'll ever have in your life. You just have to prepare yourself, listen to music, try to calm yourself down. It's just how it goes. When you lose, it's sad, emotional, but when you win, it's like you just won everything in the world. It's amazing.
Lessons. When tournaments come around, you set foot on the mat knowing that victory relies on how hard you train and how much further you're willing to go.
I'd say our team has a really good bond, partially because I feel like as part of such a close contact sport, you're kind of forced to be really good with everybody, or at least comfortable with everybody. But we are definitely all super supportive of each other, and we're always cheering on each other. And I swear we're the loudest in the room half the time. But it's really fun, and it's really feels like a family, I guess you could sort of describe it as.
The PG wrestling team is really close. We're all like really cool with each other. The team promotes unity by helping each other when you need it. Freshmen and sophomores, they might need help. Just like with my other teammates, I need help too sometimes, and people just help each other out, and we're just kind of united like that.
For our COVID precautions, we test weekly, obviously, since we are such a close contact sport. And we're making sure, just personally, that we're all keeping up on hygiene, which is something that you sort of have to do with wrestling anyway. So everybody's pretty on top of their cleanliness and their personal health. And we just make sure to take care of each other because we want everybody to stay safe and be able to wrestle even if we can't.
Take people accountable. If he does this a lot to me, if he knows I'm not working hard, he's gonna say something. Like, say something.
Yeah, I think right along with what you said, accountability. It starts with you doing practice. Like if somebody, like you said this too earlier, like prior to this, if somebody's not working hard, don't try to hurt them. But be like, hey, you're not working hard. Give me the right reaction. Or hey, that's how you build each other up. But seeing them and talking to them about the things that they're doing makes me appreciate the opportunity that I have to do what I love, right? Professionally and athletically. So I carry that into the room with me. When I interact with my teammates and colleagues, I'm gonna hold them to the same standards that I'm holding myself to. Because I know there's people out there doing things that they'd probably rather not do so that we can, wrestle and pursue our dreams.
So you guys are world-class athletes, travel all around the world. Would you say you still get nerves when you go to competitions? So you just trying to, you're able to manage those nerves? You don't get nervous?
I get nervous all the time.
You do? I don't get nervous.
Everyone figures out what that thing is for me. Like I was talking about, when I get to the tournament, I'm serious. Because for me, that's what takes my nerves away.
This is PGHS Men's Varsity Basketball. After reviewing these clips, it's clear that PGHS basketball requires a lot of communication and skill, and the plays that the varsity team are pulling off are not easy to do. Basketball is not a selfish sport whatsoever. It requires a lot of passing from one player to another, like so, and it also enables people to pass because of the satisfaction that you get after doing so. In this case, the satisfaction is points. Teamwork is vital to completing the goal of basketball, scoring as many points as you can and beating your opponent in those short 4 periods. Each player on the court has their own unique capabilities, which is why it's important to use teamwork so that each player can feed off of each other's unique abilities. For example, being a big and using your height can be a unique ability. Bigs have control under the hoop, and it's to the other player's benefit to pass to the bigs so that they can gain points for their team. Here's what Ethan had to say from the men's varsity team.
Teamwork means basically that we work almost like a family. We may have our ups and downs, but we always end up like perfect in the long run. We pick each other up, and we don't let each other be down all the time. Whenever we see someone down, we always come to pick them up.
Like Ethan said, it's not only the physical side of basketball that represents teamwork, but also the emotional side as well. Players need to build each other up when they're feeling down and also need to have each other's backs in times of need. This bonding between players is crucial to maintaining a positive environment on the court and off the court. Here's what Xavier had to say about teamwork in basketball.
Teamwork means a bunch of people coming together, working as one unit to do whatever it takes to get the job done, and all being able to be on the same page and work together.
Much like Xavier said, having a strong mental attitude can be important for having good teamwork on the court. Having a good mental attitude is one of the foundations to having a successful basketball team. Having a stronger mental attitude as opposed to a weaker negative attitude can lead to more opportunities on the court for all players. If one player is feeling positive, they're going to be more likely to pass the ball, and they're not going to be as selfish with the ball. This concludes our deep dive into the unity of basketball. Thank you so much for watching.
Playing soccer has helped me with being a team player because it's a team sport. You can't do everything by yourself, and that's something that you'll learn very quickly if you try to play by yourself.
Unity is important for my team because soccer is not really a one-person sport. You need each other to pass the ball, you need each other to score, you have your own position to do your job, to then work together so that you can get the end result that you would like.
Cooperate by just talking to each other, looking at each other, because sometimes you have to read your teammates' body language because you don't have the time to say something, or you're out of breath, so you can't get that word you're trying to get out.
Both me and my teammates cooperate kind of with soccer language, I'd like to say, certain things like how you want the pass to your feet, how they should approach the ball, etc., etc. For example, if I wanted the ball to my feet, I would say 1, or if I know that another girl on another team is going to pressure a girl on my team, I'd say men on, etc. Play a sport if you love it. Don't play it because you feel that you need to play it or that you feel you're pressured to play it. And while you're playing it, have fun, because if you don't have fun, then it's not really something enjoyable to do. So.
I joined back in 7th grade, both my older sisters and my cousins. It's kind of grown to be a little bit of a family tradition to join Sole Purpose. I've just grown to love it, love dancing, and love the people around me.
And just seeing everyone and looking up to the upperclassmen and being oh, I want to be like them. And now that I'm a senior, I hope I could inspire my kids to feel the same way about dance.
For me, I feel like I've learned to communicate better, and I was a really shy person before joining Sole Purpose, so I feel like that helped me break out of my comfort zone and break out of my shell a little bit. Performing in front of so many people all the time has definitely helped me
with things like school assignments, even like class presentations and things like that.
It's probably like the adrenaline rush of like practicing in front of everybody, and it's like all these like bruises and long hours of work is like finally paying off to like this finished product that we've been working like so hard on, especially like with COVID and everything. It's such a treat to like finally like perform in front of people. As cliche as it sounds, I guess unity in Sole Purpose is family. Jude and I, we are leaders in Sole Purpose, so we have like a group of kids that we look after called our family. It's just like a bonding experience that I really get to enjoy.
We are a company together. We are a dance team. We're at practice, we're laughing, we're dancing together, we're learning choreography together. It's like Sole Purpose as a whole itself is just unity. It's all about the team that makes everything better.
The most impactful thing about Sole Purpose is the people. We've become so close. I treat them as like my second family.
Other Sole Purpose members are my second family. I know that everybody probably said that, but it truly is just my other family. We spent so much time together.
When it comes to cleaning or warm-ups or practices, everything, we try to do as like a whole and not like try to be disorganized, because I know some of our members are also scared for show, but we just have to like keep pushing forward and telling them and reassuring that we're gonna do a great job no matter what.
Very close.
Oh yeah, we're very close.
Yeah, we're all very close. Yeah, a lot of times the younger ones, they like to go to us for advice, and we love to help them.
And they get my humor, I get their humor. I always tell them that like whenever they need me, I'm always like a text away. It's definitely all like the hard hours of work that leadership we put into, and everyone else. It's a new experience, especially when we're creating most of the show, and it's something that we like never done ever before.
A lot of time and effort and a lot of creative thinking. We also like to work with each other though, so that also like helps our processes.
We all like come together. Sometimes we'll talk about it, like talk about the dances and like what they mean to us.
It's just the pieces and how people can express themselves like in different ways through the dances, and you can see like everyone's emotions coming out, and you can see the pieces' emotion coming out.
My favorite part of working with everybody is just, being in each other's presence, being able to share ideas and come together to form certain storylines or pieces that we've like been dreaming of for such a long time, and finally being able to perform.
We usually are all in like the back. We all like stand in a circle and we'll like give a pep talk, and we'll just say like it's gonna be good, or just like do your best.
And one of us gives a little speech about how proud we are of all the work we've done and how we know that we can do it, and even if you mess up, everything will be okay.
Come to Reflection!
We're the main couple.
You should come
When
watch
is it?
us.
When is it?
February 11th and 12th, and I love all my kids and leaders.
Yes,
You guys
I
see
love my
this.
kids, guys.
Wait, should we like say it together? Come to our show.
Come to our show. 11th and 12th.
Come to our
at
show
night. I don't know what time.
Okay.
I think it's 7.
Friday and Saturday night.
Seeing the teamwork in all these sports really warms my cold heart.
Yeah, it reminds me why I got into sports.
Watching everybody working in unison is truly a work of art.
Speaking of art, we will see how people creatively express unity in ceramics.
And to close, we'll have an update on the people that were featured in last year's New Year's resolutions video. Let's hope they made some progress on their resolutions.
Well, it's really important because we all have to work together in here, especially cleanup, organizing people's projects, getting everything into the kilns on the same time. It has to happen. Like, we use all the elements, we use all the principles at some point, but they all play a part in these pieces, all their artwork. We have certain elements, certain principles that have to be incorporated into these projects, because our department kind of coordinates like that. What we're doing in one usually is what we're doing in the other. And the ones we're doing now are going to be like the animated characters based on Monsters, Inc. So they take these characters and kind of mix these characters together with a characteristic of themselves in there as well. Clay is forgiving, and it is. It's like you make a mistake and you can rebuild it. It's like, okay, boom, you put a dent in clay. Well, that dent can go away. You can fix it. art is forgiving in a lot of ways, but with clay, you know, like behind you, they're working on a couple pinch pots for the bodies of their characters, and they're just fine tuning it, you know. And if you're getting rid of those imperfections and those dents, and it's just, you know, clay can be redone, you know, big deal. You got a hole in it, put more clay over the top. We have such a really, really great department, you know, with Miss Gio, Mr. Tosta, and myself. You know, there's only 3 of us in this art department, but it's just really cool what we get through our doors, you know, and the students have been awesome as far as helping and being on board and being patient, because it's been super hard, and yet we could not have done it without you guys. It's impossible. So we thank you.
I just want to spend time with my best friends.
I want to learn how to drive. I don't know how to drive, and I need to do that already.
Hang out with my friends. I think that's what it was.
And mine was to get better at driving.
I got COVID at the start of winter break, so I couldn't hang out with my friends.
That was bad, but I practiced driving a lot. I think I got like almost 20 hours, and I'm scheduled to get my driver's license in April. So I think I'm gonna be a good driver.
I'd say, like, just in general for New Year's resolutions, like, you have to start somewhere and just try and be consistent, because if you don't, the pattern will continue and start over, and you'll just be living in a loop for the rest of your life, every single day. You don't get all the time in the world to be with your friends and the people you love.
I write it down, and I write it down everywhere, so that everywhere I look it's there, and it makes me upset, and then I have to do it. It's threatening. It keeps me going. It was easier. I was really bad at it and really scared, but as you go on with driving, it gets a lot easier.
I think it would have to be around working on creating boundaries for myself. My New Year's resolution was to create boundaries for myself. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I changed my resolution. Over the holidays, I was feeling a lot of privilege and a lot of fortune, and so my New Year's resolution became giving back to the community, and that I have started. And I plan to continue throughout the year giving back to the community. I stopped my other one because that's something I just kind of said because I was on the spot, and I think this new one came with a lot of reflection, and it felt like it was a better outcome for me in the future. It's just about creating mini goals for yourself, and so just establish a short-term goal and then like benchmarks, and that will kind of help you keep up with it. I'm already planning my next service. Currently I'm doing a grief group as service, and I'm already looking for my next service after this service is over. My first goal was definitely much more difficult to accomplish. I think this new one is gonna be more time consuming, but it's gonna be more fulfilling.
I'm gonna catch up on my sleep, and I think I might practice guitar a little bit more.
Have a better positive mindset for school and to prepare for college next year.
My resolution was to play guitar over the break and try and get better, and I didn't really play as much. I ended up playing like twice. My new resolution was to not get burnt out.
My New Year's resolution was to journal and to prepare for college, like mentally and physically. It's always good to have a positive mindset, especially when you're in school, and being a senior, it's kind of scary to go through such a big change, so it's better to just kind of get prepared for it.
For my new resolution, I have been keeping up with it. I've been trying to drink more water and get more sleep, but for my guitar resolution, I stopped. I found other things to do over the break, and so it became harder to keep up with it.
I've been journaling every day, and I've just been trying out new mental health habits to have to maintain positivity, and I've been doing good on it. I've been making progress.
I advise people to not put too much stress on themselves to keep up with the resolutions. Just do what is best for you.
I would just say the same, to be honest. Just start off small and don't put too much stress on yourself, and just go with the moment and see what feels right. I plan to continue for as long as possible, and my advice for myself to continue is just to, remain positive and see when I have time, and don't put stress on myself.
And this concludes our January broadcast.
I hope we can all come together in the last few months of school.
Look forward to more exciting broadcasts in the future. And remember, seniors, to order your caps and gowns now.
Go Eagles!